Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Hello, welcome to the pH Balance, where I just share my experiences, my knowledge, and my passion for life, movement, spirituality, all of that stuff. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notifications button so you will be notified. I post 3 times a week, sometimes more, depending on how inspired I am or what things are happening in my life. I will commit to spending 3 times a week sharing my life and knowledge with you. Today, I just wanted to share a mobilization for the shoulders and a little wrist warm-up for those of you practicing any kind of gymnastics, handstands, cartwheels, or wanting to use their arms more for climbing and things like this. This is a beautiful and simple way to warm up. So, whee! That was a wasp. Feel free to follow along and you will be warm for your shoulder movements and upper body stuff. Let's get started. First things first, stand up and rotate your shoulders like this. Focusing on the fingertips reaching as far as they can. No stress, no force. Just keeping kind of a steady amount of tension and relaxation. It's a nice balancing point. And reverse the circle. Keep the knees nice and soft. Keep the shoulder blades engaged down the back so that you're not lifting the shoulders up like this. Good. Now, fingertips reaching out to the side, little circles forwards, fairly quickly. And you can play with the palms facing up or the palms facing down. Play around with both. And reverse the circle, keep doing the same thing with your palms. As your arms start to get a little bit warmer, keep breathing. Bit bigger circles, any direction, start to change it up. Keep pulling those fingertips out. And we get into a little bounce. Any direction you want, and just begin the bounce. Little shake, get rid of all that tension. Great, that was a quick snap into it. So now let's go to the wrists. So hands on the floor. Spread the fingertips nice and wide, and your elbows are going to remain fairly straight, and they're just going to twist in and out. Arms can be about shoulder width apart. No need to count reps or anything, just follow along, pressing those fingertips a little bit into the floor. Great. Now we're just going to twist the elbows out as far as you have and just lean a little bit forwards, pressing into the floor with the fingertips, just a little bit, and back again. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. Pressing those fingertips, you can sort of feel the wrists starting to get a bit more activated. Lovely. Now, keep the fingers where they are. We're just going to lift the bottom of the palm off. And this exercise, you can either lean over the hands to make it a lot harder, or go back onto the heels to make it easier. So find the balance point for you, and just do a few raises. It's almost like doing a calf raise, but with your forearms. You'll start to feel the burn in your forearms. Just keep going a little bit more. 3 more. 2, 1. Okay, good. Shake that out a little bit. Now, put weight on your knees. Not too much weight in your hands like this, but we're going to spread the fingertips, place them into the floor. So we're going to open the fingertips and let them spread into the ground. Same thing as we did before with the elbows rotating. So if you don't spread your fingers into the floor, this happens. So that's why we keep active with the fingertips. And again, feel your own body and feel if you need to put more pressure in the wrists or less pressure in the wrists. I'd recommend starting with less. Just a few more. Keep the breath going. Lovely. Okay, a little bit of a shakeout. Maybe some circles with a fist is quite nice. Wonderful. I'm gonna get to my favorite one. You definitely don't need to do this one squatting as I am. However, it's just, I like this position very much. What's important is that you put your palms together and you push in a little bit. So there's a little bit of pressure. Elbows directly out to the side. It's a bit like a prayer position. And we're gonna rotate just the wrists, keeping the elbows where they are. I like to do it in this position because I can put my elbows inside my knee and keep it there, but you can also just do it standing. And we're just going to rotate up and down, giving the wrist a bit of a twist. Again, it's not forcing. Just giving a little bit of pressure to the palms, so you're also warming up your pectoral muscles, your biceps and your triceps a little bit, shoulders. Lovely. Great, one last one for the wrists and the shoulders together. So I'm gonna get into a plank position, nice long neck, shoulders right over the top of your wrists, keeping the glutes engaged and the belly engaged. Pressing the fingers into the floor, you're going to use your toes to push yourself forwards a little bit and back, about 10 times. When you push forward, you hold a couple of seconds, then you come back. Pressing those fingertips into the floor. Three more. Lovely. And then one last thing, just to relax the wrists off, because it's quite intense to press into the wrists like that. Back of the hands together and just have a little bit of a pendulum type movement, or even you could do full circles, keeping the wrists together like this. You can reverse the circle as well. And that's it. That is a real-time wrist and shoulder mobility warm-up that you can use, and you don't really need to spend that much more time warming up your wrists and your shoulders. Obviously, depending on what you're going to do, you may want to do some other exercises, and I will certainly share those when the time comes. Have a lovely day, and remember, just stay grateful. When we're grateful, more comes to us because we practice that state of gratitude, that state of feeling. I believe that learning to feel is what manifests more of what we want. So let's cultivate gratitude. Ciao, ciao.